Today's video is not necessarily great content, so to speak, but it's more about great friends. This is one of those instances, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So what I've got on the bench is a PB 9010 Echo blower. It's the big dog. It was still within warranty, and a friend of mine, and I'll have to be kind of vague without releasing too much information, but the motor's bad. We'll just leave it at that. And I was going to rebuild it. And this friend happens to work in an Echo dealer and was able to warranty out a short block. And for most folks, this entire short block assembly isn't worth the cost of doing all this. I was going to clean up the piston and cylinder, new bearings, gaskets. And he said, "Hold on, I've got something for you." So again, that short block is cost prohibitive, but when you start there, things start looking a little bit better. Because there was a fair amount of leaking around this. This blower is a little over a year old, and Echo has a much better warranty than most. I did spring for a new fuel system kit. So this is what came out of the little package. You get everything: tank vent, supply line, return line, new fuel filter, and hell, they even threw in a new gasket / O-ring for the fuel cap. Thought that was pretty nice. And then along with the short block that came in, it comes with a complete gasket set. I've preached this on my channel many times, but if you ever put a new fuel filter in, and this one's curiously dirty, like it doesn't really show up. That looks darker in person than it does with what I'm showing you. I drained the tank out and then flushed it. Make sure you get plenty of capacity. My goodness. But anyway, so before we put this brand new fuel line kit in there with this pristine white fuel filter, let's not work it overtime by sucking up all the trash or collecting all the trash in the gas tank. Again, I said this wasn't going to be a how-to. Took me a little bit over an hour to put everything back together. Book labor on the removal and replacement is 1.8. I didn't make book labor on this, but this is the first time I've ever stripped an 8010 or 9010 down this far. Anyway, I'm gonna take it outside, make sure everything runs like it's supposed to. Obviously, this should be a no-brainer. And then let's see what's in the box. Just a little proof of life, that's all you need. All right, so the other twist that comes along, well, not twist, the backpack blower, he's going to pay for my gas money to go fetch the short block, and it's a Merry Christmas collaboration to one of my good customers. So yeah, his tab's going to be basically hardly anything for a brand new motor and parts and labor. Anyway, let's see what's in the box. I have not opened this up yet. And you know, I bid on this on the idea, like, you know, it was a Tuesday afternoon auction. Seemed to be a lot of interest in it. And well, I didn't think there was going to be, I thought there would have been a lot more activity on it. So I just threw a stray bid at it at the last minute. And all right, so I know it's not green or teal or whatever you want to call it. What else is in here? The dude packed it up super good. I think that's everything. Ah, there's what I was looking for. So, not a 7900, but a 7300. That'll be fun. Saw's in good shape. This was a rental, so there is an ID number engraved into the rear handle here. He said it ran. I'm going to give it a quick once over and see what's up. But, you know, cosmetically, I give her an 8. You don't see these too often, and they're really, really nice saws. So the saw is pretty clean. I was getting ready to put the bar and chain on it, and I noticed that when the clutch is gripping, like that doesn't spin freely. I'm turning the motor with that, and maybe that's it. There's some rope from whatever. The old landscapers. Anyway, let me see if I can't get this cleaned up, and then I'll put the bar and chain on it. All right, needle bearing had a little bit of rust on it. That cleaned up nice. And now that's free spinning. Well, I didn't just go strap the bar and chain on it. I did take a look inside the piston cylinder, see how it was. And took a look at the carburetor. Everything looks fantastic. I'm gonna throw a kit in it real quick. It's not horrible, but let's just give it a fair shake. And yeah, just made sure we could adjust that. All right, everything's back together. I did take a look at the spark plug. It's relatively new, and that air filter is all but new. This is kind of rare in my personal experience with eBay. You know, there's always something. This bar is brand hammer new, never been run. You know, the paint's still on the rails. It's a new Archer chain, semi-chisel. That'll have to go. Carburetor kit installed. Fuel filter looks good. Let's go pull the cord, see what's up. It's actually tuned in pretty good. Just a touch on the rich side. That's when I blip the throttle, it threw a little too much fuel at it with the brake on. All right, so this video was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but regardless, got my new toy. I'm going to have to just put this off to the side. I won't be able to work on it for a while. I'm so backed up on repairs after the storm still. But you can see Solo had some technology involved, I guess, in the design of the Dolmar / Makita. So the cool thing about this was they offered this saw in 3 sizes: 64cc, 73cc, and 79cc. Nothing changes except for the piston and cylinder. They just overbuilt the bottom end to accommodate everything from the 64 all the way up to the 79cc saw. In the 79cc configuration, it was the best power to weight saw of anything for like 20 years. It's all German made. They're fantastic saws. If you don't know, you know, try and get one. They've been discontinued, so you're left to the secondary market. I don't know you can actually order a new one unless somebody's got new old stock on hand. As far as the Solos go, good luck. Everybody who has one is keeping it. They do come up for sale. I see a couple a year come up for sale, and they do fetch some pretty good money. This is just a stroked version of that. Most parts will interchange back and forth. The the bearings in the bottom end are even larger. So this is a little overbuilt version of the Makita / Dolmar. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.